Hello, everyone. So I just saw this thread. I just decided to let me just do a video on it. It's for someone called Chigozie I Alex on X, formerly known as Twitter. His handle is Chigozie Alex, and I can tell you, Chigozie was one of those people who were very formidable during the 2023 election. He put his all. I can tell you that this is a young man who dedicated his life. He had that up north for Obi going around the northern part of the country. It's one of those that really made inways he focused on the northern part of the country. And so and of course, expecting there's going to be, that win. And when that win didn't come, there was a lot of disappointment, just like a lot of people, and people, reacted differently. He has really been, he is a strong member of the obedient movement. I don't know whether he still is, but I know he's a very strong member of the obedient movement. Have done amazing work. So I saw the this thing that he had before. He had an outburst, he was going all out, calling out Peter Obi, calling out everybody, which is fantastic. If somebody has done something that you feel is not right, call him out, whoever that person is. But I just read this thing, so I just needed to just do a video on this particular thread that he did. He said, I have received a lot of calls and DMs with everyone asking the reason for my outburst. Well, it's no other reason than the outcome of the by-elections in Anambra. The fact that Peter Obi couldn't influence the state elections for those he's supporting is really embarrassing. And I think for me, when I read that, I'm like, okay, has he ever looked at Anambra election? For him to think that Peter Obi is going to influence state election in a way and manner that he sees, and I'm thinking, does he really know who the Anambra people are, or who Igbo people are in general? He's Igbo, by the way, because Anambra state is not the kind of state where you say, oh, because somebody has said this, ooh, everybody will follow. It's not. They have to be convinced about the candidates. They've always voted that way. That's why nobody really controls, Anambra State. Is that when they give you and they feel that you're the one, they give it to you. If that's the case, in the election that Soludo won, Peter Obi was supporting Lord have mercy, Valentine Ozigbo. I always have problems. Names, faces, direction, they're very hard for me. But hey, life, you deal with some of the things that your inadequacies and just keep moving on. I focus more on my strength and accept my weakness. So that's by the way. So if that was the case, then Peter Obi would have, Valentine Ozigbo would have won it. You saw what happened with Labour. A lot of people, they call it the Peter Obi effect, because they liked Peter Obi, they voted that way. But you don't bring that to local elections, like by-elections and all of that. And Anambra people, they're enlightened, they know what they do, they want what they do, they know how whatever it is that they're going to do. And the fact that they give states, they've given votes to this thing, doesn't mean that they're not going to say, oh, when it comes to presidency, I'm going to vote this person. And so it's not a matter of just saying that, oh, because he supported, then all Anambra say we now do, we now go. That's not how it works. They're going to say the candidate, they make their own choices, and that's how democracy should be. It's not a zombie-like thing. Most times we say we don't like something, but it seems as if most times people don't like it because it doesn't favor them. The moment it favors them, then it's okay. Zombie-like mentality should be okay because it favors you, but it shouldn't be okay with them, because that's exactly why we have what we have. People are voting just like that because a leader said. That's not what the obedient movement is all about. That's not what Peter Obi it's about. People should have their own mind. Then he went on to say, you see what NNPP and Kwankwasia movement did in Kano by-election? That is exactly double, triple of what we were supposed to see Obi and the obedient movement do in Anambra State. But the result we saw should clearly open your eyes that Obi has been getting it wrong. So that's for him. He looks at the Kwankwasia. First of all, the Kwankwasia, literally everybody, but what happened in Kwankwasia that happy about is what has happened in Anambra and other states. The incubator was able to have people who carried the day for them, the particular support. So why is he now not happy because it happened in Kwakwasiya and not in Anambra? I just want him to just look at this video. So just interrogate it, because it's the incumbent. Peter Obi is not the incumbent. Labour Party is not the incumbent. It's like when they did Abia election. See what happened. All of them voted ZLP, because that was a note that was given. That's the incumbent. This is not federal election. And then to now, accuse one man of being the reason why is the same old politics that they're doing that has destroyed Nigeria, that we're wanting to change. Because if it now happens, okay, well, if Peter Obi now gets, everybody supporting, if Peter Obi now gets in leaves, another person comes in that is not good, everybody will be supporting because of that person. What do you think is going to happen? We're going to go back to where we were before. We're going to have the same problem. So we need to interrogate this thing and look at it critically. It's not about being in a hurry, because a lot of people are just in a hurry. We need this to happen. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. That's not how nations are built. Otherwise, you're going to be doing the same thing, because at the end of the day, it seems as if some people, they are being unhappy is because it is not what the other ones are doing. They are not the ones that are getting that thing, getting that kind of result. But that's not what you're looking for. This is the kind of thing you're looking for. Let people have their own minds and be able to make that he say. But he said, but no, you all want to keep doing your blind followership. Some even were posting posters of an ADC candidate that failed woefully, praising Obi for influencing her victory. If you all will keep lying to yourselves, you end up wasting everybody's time and efforts again. On that one, I'm looking at it. Nobody owes anybody time. Nobody owes anybody effort. Nobody owes anybody doing the right thing. I always say this thing: you don't have a right over what people do. It's their business. Do what you think is right and focus on it. If what you're doing, if you're not yielding result, don't blame another person, blame you. I don't sit down, I'm sitting there and blaming, oh, Peter Obi should have done that. What happened to me, Aisha Isufu? It's not the same head that Peter Obi has that I have. What stopped me from doing it? Or if I feel that, oh, Peter Obi has not done this right, Peter Obi has not done that right, Peter Obi this, Peter Obi that, let me run for office and do it right now. Let me do it. Let me do the same thing. The same thing that Peter Obi has been able to influence people to have obedient movement. Can you also influence people to have whatever movement? And when this all movement, we can have 1 million movements. At least we are 220 million people. If 200 people are in the movement, bam, we are all working, looking for a better Nigeria, and we put in our different efforts. You think this is the best effort, that person thinks that's the best effort, this person thinks that's the best effort. We continue to put this effort, and we get to the final ground and push that effort through. That's how these things work. You can't just sit in one corner and then you're ranting, this is that, this isn't what, Take a moment and ask yourself, what could I have done differently and make it work? Then do it. That's what action is all about. It's easy to blame others. For me, it's about taking responsibility. My effort is that what I'm going to do. If somebody else is changing, it's not doing well, then I haven't done enough. And so whatever it is says to say, we haven't done enough, let's get it there. But then everybody will always have a say, just the way I've had my say. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.